guys, Hyper's Productions here again. Today I'm just going to be discussing about my MILSIM training and ops. So as far as my operations go, I will release a few. I've had several people request them now, so I will release a few. I will post a video about that once they're on Rockstar Social Club. As far as the training goes, I have a few training sessions I will release. I will show those in this video. Creator mode. One key one that I'm going to release, and this is for all MILSIMs really. This is a CQB kill house or shooting house, whatever you want to call it. It's several names for it. Now these ops, these missions, they should already be on Rockstar Social Club. I have to type them in. I'll work on that. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. This one in particular. So this is a CQB shooting house. Now inside this house, this is our advanced level 1. There are several within 6. If this is the right one I clicked on, there are a lot more than just 6. Okay, yeah, this. I'll go ahead and go in test mode. So in this particular kill house map, what I have set up over when you spawn in, assemble your guys first basically, and you're going to basically show them how this works. Now, don't just simply tell your guys to come and go ahead and grab a weapon. Your guys, if you're in a MILSIM at this phase, which is kill house phase, honestly, line them up here, notify them what they're going to be doing. Start off with the M4. They'll come over here. Don't have one guy going straight down the rows. All the guns. Have each one have, say, I would say 2 guns just for an extra mag. You don't need that much. We'll just let the other mags read. Give them a few seconds. Once they're all out. Here, have them grab a sidearm, about 2 mags. Along with that, over there, I have a few MP5s for the counterterrorism unit. That's set up over there. Yeah. So throughout I'm not going to go through this tactically yet, but throughout the kill house, I have multiple obstacles. I have, first area right here, once you it's simulated setup basically. Once you enter this building, it's game on. Right here, you should have the guys 2 by 2, one guy on this side, one guy on this side, both watching their sectors. Right here, and once you get in a close quarters battle situation like this, not trying to technically look cool. There's a guy right in front of you like that. If I'm coming up on this wall, I'm gonna go in, guys out over here. Is button hook breach. This is a place right here where you probably want to use that. Not button hook, modified. Modified breach. Modified breach is a good one here. That's button hook, crossover. Crossover basically, one guy's over here. He crosses over in this side of the room. guys stacked up right here will cross over to this side of the room. Don't want to do that because basically you got that guy right there. Doing crossover basically means you have to get one guy over here without getting shot. Hard part. Got to look at this in a realistic. Actually, enemies. Do a modified breach basically means operator 1 to go this way. Operator 1 goes across here, and then operator 2 would go right. Operator 1 goes over here. Operator 2 goes over here. Same side breach. Operator 1 right here. Operator 2 is basically beside him but facing this direction. Like that. Look, and you want to do stuff like that. It actually gets tactical once you enter this house. Room. There are multiple enemies set up in corners. When I was coming through training my guys recently, I walked in this room right here, and the I was training came in the room. I shot this guy. At that guy. Shot at him too. I paused him right here, and I asked him, actually still alive right now. I want to look to his right, and as you can see over there to the right, there's a target right there. Target entirely. So when you're going through this kill house, make sure you have your guys assigned to AORs. Operator 1, Operator 2. You got more than 4 operators should be entering a room, honestly, at a time. Or entering more, you're looking at a dangerous situation. Fire could occur more, or realistic situation more, because the building could be rigged. Multiple hallways in which you have to check. There's into the part. Never walk in the doorway, just kind of target yet, you're good. Right here, what me and my partner did, we decided to do a crossover. So I was watching his side, he was watching my side. It allowed me to cover him, and it allows me to stay alive because I'm focused on this side only. He's over here. Well, when he's inside that room, I'm looking dead ahead of me. I'm not even paying attention to it. My left are 2 targets. Crossover view. I approach this corner, I can see that target, then see that target. Alright. Target. Ever exposing himself. I have situations like this inside this kill house. Now, all these rooms have targets, but the general idea is to build up your team's cohesion level of communication and ability to work together. Most of the rooms in the main part of the facility have targets. So whereas this back hallway, this is more of just practicing your hallway movement. There are no targets back here. I ran out of targets, so I couldn't place any, but I still set it up to make it seem like, there may be a few targets in here. Now, one of these rooms, there is one last target. I'm not sure which one exactly. I don't try and actually remember where these targets are to make it for myself. Because when I go in this kill house, I want to make it seem like a legit situation properly. Running through this by yourself, quick peeking a lot could be a technique for you. And you guys how to do this. Oh, that guy out right there. Probably want to remain stacked right here. That guy out. Now it looks like they can see your head right there because of that guy. What he's actually seeing though is just the barrel of your gun, the front part. Now that guy's taken out, you can just simply cross over. Comes to the next room. This is a little thing I use when I'm in battles and stuff. I don't RB and kind of hug the wall like you see me doing now. That gets me killed easier. It exposes me too much. Your entire body is exposed when you do this method. What I typically do, I back up from the wall a bit. I kind of only stick as much of my gun out as I need to. Goes lined up. I don't shoot the wall. And instead of having my entire body exposed, I simply just have my right side in this case, but from the target's view, it's just my left side. And that's mainly just my arm, making me less of a target. And if that were a real player, he wouldn't be able to see much. Even if he were to shoot at my head, he would have to be very accurate. You really can. If you're on that side of the wall looking over here, you really can't. But this is a kill house I will be releasing in Rockstar Social Club. Now this is our version 1. We will be working on a version 2 soon that will include an actual building. At that building, it will be multiple rooms, and try and do 3 floors, but at max we're going to try where it's going to be about 2 floors. This building primarily right here, this one is just on the basics, hallway movement. Version 2 will be building. It'll be an actual building like this. So that's the first one. The other 2, they're simple marksmanship courses. One's at the prison, and then one's at the beach. One in particular I want to show you guys, though. That's actually something. The other 2, they're very common among milsims. The 2, other one. Milsim range 234. This one right here is an advanced level range. Now I got this idea after I was watching some gameplay footage of Ghost Recon 1. I noticed that they had this type of range. I thought, actually, as a common situation, you're in a firefight, and this isn't just training for GTA necessarily. All in multiple games. So basically, it has the same setup here, similar to the kill house. There's an armory, an open field armory, and M4s and sidearm. Basically, this is advanced level training. This is basic. You'll have the M4s. Guys with the M4s. Nines will be right here, right behind this bus. Here. I'll walk through this course right here. Basically, there are simulated targets behind walls. And they're limited view, basically. Only can see part of their body, which makes it harder to actually shoot them quickly. I'm not trying to just get a hit on these guys. You're trying to make this like a firefight like this. You wouldn't have time to aim target like this, basically. You want to basically here on this range, you want to test out your. This is a completely advanced level training, guys, to target quickly. I said you have targets behind walls, in windows, up in the barricades on 45 positions. This target in particular right here, these type of targets is what I was trying to focus on mainly. Targets that are barely sticking out. If you're playing online missions a lot, like Standard Jobs from like Martin and Lester, or even Heist a lot, I have a lot of guys that try and stick behind the walls and blind fire. The thing is, if you look real close, you can actually see their arm. Target stimulate. Now, the thing is, this is all about AORs. On where you position your guys' bases. They're not, they shoot all the targets. Guy right here, as you notice, he can't see Those targets behind the wall is behind that wall right there. Come over here. That guy right here. This guy, whoever's in the middle, has most of the targets in there in the most. Because once that timer starts, they gotta go target. Though you have to practice this more and more. This isn't something you'll probably want to spend just one day on. This is probably something you want to spend at least 2 days on. Those 2 to 3 time periods, they'll get faster and faster at it. And this is, we do this type of training. We don't use auto aim in our ops. Our old some ops we did have auto aim turned on, I believe, because we forgot to turn it off. It only assisted us in close range, really. Long range combat overall, especially in our newest video release, we were using. There's none of that. Battles with MILSIM. How it's supposed to work. Not all MILSIMs follow up with that, unfortunately. You were wondering what target I was talking about behind this wall? There he is. This is an advanced level building assault setup, basically simulating there were targets behind walls, 45 positions up high. Types of stuff. I've had my guys run through these courses before. They step into the field, they step on any game. Right here, all the training my guys have been through on Battlefield is right here. They hop on games just for fun, get around like Call of Duty and each nothing to them. That's just how, if you take these training courses properly, that's just how intense they are. If you want to contact me, my gamer tag is right there in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. I'll enter your area where it doesn't show. That's my gamer tag right there at the bottom right hand corner of the screen above the timer. I'll put it in the description below as well. If you want me to come train you guys, like your MILSIM for some reason, contact me and I'll schedule something. I am on Xbox One. Other than that, I'll see if I have anything else to show, but other than that, that's all I'll do for this video. Okay, so this one right here, simple setup on the beach. This basically practices buddy system, and this is probably a phase you want to enter right before. I'll hit here. Show you real quick. This was something I saw in a let me show you guys this. This is what I saw in a special operations training footage. Either I think it was special forces. It was a special forces. That are SEALs, but I believe it's special forces. But anyway, I mean, most special ops I know, tier 1 and all, train on this type of course. So basically, you have your standard targets. You can practice buddy system, meaning you got 2 guys right here. The second guy is behind this guy, kind of leaning on his shoulder. This guy fires, basically all his ammo. Has to reload. He simply backs off, gets behind his buddy. Buddy covers him, then constantly repeat that. Another procedure you can do is the standard. Looking, when you're shooting these signs, by the way, these aren't just target signs. You don't want your guy shooting all the way down here. You You don't want their rounds hitting over here, like those targets were like that right there. Rounds lining up dead center, top of the target or middle. That's what you want to go through this course. Gain that accuracy right there. Once you do that, what I have my guys do is the hip fire course, basically. Target. Oh, it gets like right there. It gets a little bit harder. As long as they stay focused over time, they'll get the number. We have the cones. I'll increase the displacement of these cones a little bit more, but basically, all you have to do, this is the phase, which you should do probably right before, should do it before the other advanced shooting phase I just showed you, shooting course. Really, this is to practice their CQB entry. Go in basically inside these cones. He's inside each cone instead of two cones and modeling a door basically. Go in, first guy goes left, and I'll increase those targets in the cones. Guy goes left, second guy goes right. Their AOR is directly in front of them. About 4 targets total. And you'll have basically what you want to do. If you have, say, 10, 14 guys, line them all up, have them go down. Once they get to this part, the first 2 guys, their own team, guys are stacked up behind each other. Guy goes here, second guy goes there. Guys behind them, you just keep on. It's all about breaching rooms at the same time constantly. Because if you have 14 guys and you're letting 14 guys go into one building assault, you're gonna let guys, you're gonna allow your enemy to get heavily fortified up by the time you hurt room. Honestly, practice. If you have a lot of guys in your unit, this is basically multiple. So, like I said, when it comes to CQB, I'll release another video on this. It's all about violence of action, speed, and surprise. You want your enemy to be surprised that you're coming by the room or the building. You don't want to be moving too slow, because if you're moving too slow, you're going to allow them to shock, then back in and get their head back in, start fortifying their position. On violence of action, basically, want people to be dropping on the floor, bullets flying everywhere. We want bullets to start flying everywhere, basically, toward targets. We want them to be complete violence and make them not trying to kill them, you're just trying to arrest them. You should be demanding that they get on the ground, show the guys you're not playing, otherwise they're going to pull out a gun at you. I was saying, get down on the ground, get down on the ground, on voice like that. There are several methods if you want to do your MILSIM ops. I have a couple G36s here, by the way, for counterterrorism purposes. I'll put those on the other CQB shooting house for those who are more STS like you. Looking for Op4 wise, well, not Op4, but your enemy in general. What we're working on is a project known as NR4. Project NR4 is what my MILSIM is currently working. I don't care. It's not going to bother me if this is other MILSIM. NR4 is my idea, but I would prefer, even if you call it the same thing, I really don't care. Op4 is actually fun. It's more intense. We're already fighting the standard AIs that have minds. They're advanced level minds. We'll gun you down quickly. Auto aim. AIs will in our ops. Step it up a notch when you increase to. So it was originally known as Project Op 4 to create opposing forces. Because Op 4 is more something. R4 is the initial name. R4 is terror. And basically, we recruit guys, we train them. Basically, not active suicide bombers and stuff, but we give them low-grade training, grade army training. They know how to use certain tactics and stick together. You still have to train your guys are going to be running all over the place. Not going to have any organization. Got guys pulling out miniguns. Got guys jumping off buildings or something. Trying to kill you. Terrorists do have training, but not as much training as R4 is basically that one. Is that the more legit feeling. Then you have the second option, which is what we use currently. We have, if you see in our videos, we use the AIs. Typically, these AIs are the newer models we're setting up are going to be set up on highest shooting capabilities they can. If we do this audit, we could be gunned in less than a second. Professionals and weather guards that you can deploy in creator mode, you set them to high accuracy. Guided by them. Yeah. Good luck, honestly. The operation, it was a few months back, but at it was a meeting, terrorist meeting. Got up to the place, got up to the compound, got there. 2 Night Stalker support helos were supposed to be supporting guys. We had to go back in the retrain code. Took down 1 chopper, no rockets needed. All the RPGs were dodged by helicopter pilots, but I shot so well, they shot the pilot out of the helicopter while he was moving. Up the helicopter afterwards. Secondary helo, in which we extracted the pun, it had black smoke coming out of it. We barely made it off the compound. Casualty rate, we were at, I believe, probably 4 guys down on our main team. That didn't go too well. Once we ended up in the assault on the compound, we honestly got pushed back because started firing at us. We were up on their compound engaging them. We shot 2. So we're about 200 feet back in the woods surviving. Pilots could clear us away, which they did eventually. 1 casualty. The AIs on this game sit on the highest level. They're not the people you want. The op I posted last night, Operation Night Flash. I understand it didn't have any. It had audio. It just didn't have me talking. My apologies for that. It's because my last video I was doing a walkthrough and I turned my mics off for walkthroughs and I forgot to activate the mic again. So you did not hear us talking, but overall it's something you should watch. It's an hour and 12 minutes, but if you saw how we operate, how we secure objectives, that if you see us stop for a bit, setting up an observation post, or we're checking back with command on the radio to confirm a radio checkpoint. The entire situation last night with Operation Night Flash, honestly, if it wasn't for our overall weaponry that we were equipped with, that operation would have gone south the second we got to that compound. But thanks for watching. These are two of the courses three of the courses I'll be releasing. The other two are kind of their basic stuff. And I'll be releasing a few operations with this course too. And that, thanks for watching. This is HyperX Productions, and I'm out. Xbox, Snap, Twitch.